Grand rising, grand arrival, grand return. Peace and blessings to the righteous and the repentant alike. I am Chief Sophia of the Americana Band of Indians, and we are here to discuss really briefly the Hebrew monthly calendar and feast calendar that we have here. Screenshots will be in the community page so that you can download them. I decided to make a quick video because I wanted to explain just a few things that are actually happening with this calendar. First and foremost, this calendar has been modified based on research and compilation by Mama T. So thanks again to the sister for providing this. I used her 2023 calendar and modified it, of course, with a few things. So first, I'd like to point out that this is different, okay? According to my research, the research over here on this channel, the day begins at sunrise or 6 a.m., which even with daylight savings, you can still tell what time it is by the actual position of the sun or even the stars. And that's another video. We'll have to go into that another day. But the day begins at 6 a.m. and it goes until 6 a.m. the next day. In the traditional, where y'all let y'all enemies calculate your feast days, they start at sundown. Because these are children of darkness. And so if you're a child of light, then you'll start your day with the light. Just like when we fast with the light. It's the only thing that makes sense. There's just no other way to explain it. And so these days are interesting because it's 30 days, and then 30 days plus one. And the reason why I didn't say 31 days, because it's technically not 31 days. It's technically 30 days, and then you observe the sun change station on the plus one day, and then your next month starts the next day. This is how they would have made sure that their calendars were always correct and that things were not changing in the sky that they weren't aware of. So they would have observed this plus one day every single time to make sure that the sun was changing stations and they were in alignment with the proper energy. So this would have been a double check. So this is how, hopefully by this first day, the June 20th date, I'll have the devices ready for people to watch the sun change stations for themselves, so that by the next new year, you'll have several opportunities to do this, and it'll make sense. So that's the goal, to have those ready for June the 20th, so that you can observe the sun changing stations. Um, and the feast is on the next day. I just wanted to point also out that June 19th is the last day of the third month. Okay, 30, 33. Hello, third month, 30 days, 33. So, and it's Juneteenth. So, that's a very important day. So even though they had to make it a holiday, it's a day that our people would have celebrated as the last day of the month. And then the next day you would be observing for the sun to change stations so that you could start your next quarter. So this is how these months are supposed to be arranged according to the Hebrew way of understanding it. Now, I find this very useful for a lot of things, so I'm definitely going to be actually utilizing this calendar to do confirmations. But just know that this calendar does align with other calendars. It's just, again, you should never let your enemies calculate your feast days. So let's talk about the feast days real quick. The first feast day was March 21st. Obviously, that's the new year. And like I said in my other video, the reason why you have to know the first day of the year is because you can never know your day of atonement if you don't know your first day of the year. So, the new year was March 21st. That's because we observed the sun change stations on the 20th, making the first day of the year the 21st. Okay. Passover is going to be on April the 4th, which is the first day of the week. So Sabbaths are on Thursdays. I forgot to mention that. Sabbaths are on Thursdays this year. The first day of the week is on Friday. So the Passover and the Feast of First Fruits is Friday at sunrise on April the 4th to Saturday at sunrise on April the 5th. The Feast of Unleavened Bread is Saturday, April the 5th at sunrise to Sunday, April the 12th at sunrise. And this is in the Christian Bible or the Christian calendar. This is not Passover. It is Passover. What is the no? Is it what do we call it? Lord, it's not Passover. Yeah, well, it is Passover, but it's the week before Easter. Palm Sunday. There we go. I'm like, what is that thing called? Palm Sunday is on Sunday, April the 12th. So this aligns with the Christian calendar. Then you have the weeks of harvest, and that's July 14th, a Monday, to July 15th. You have the Feast of Trumpets, which is Sunday, September the 21st to Monday, September the 22nd at sunrise. And that also correlates with the autumn equinox, where it's equal light. You have the Feast of Sukkoth, which is Sunday, October the 5th, which is the first day, and it ends on Monday, October the 13th at 6 a.m. So I just like to point out that they did their whole again, this whole October 7th thing was within their Feast of Sukkoth. So I don't know why they would do that. I think it was actually on the first day. I have to look back at the calendar to figure out because I wasn't following this exactly. So I also put in there some notes that Mama T had, which is when it's no servile work, Holy Assembly, the shofar, fasting, whatever. For people who are familiar with that kind of stuff, I never got too much into all of that, so I can't say that I understand it. But I'm just giving you all the the lay of the land so that you can understand this feast calendar and how I came to calculate it. So if anybody sees any mistakes based on my calculations, let me know and I'll correct them. I made it so you can print this out. Or if you want the PDF, just send me an email and I'll send you my PDF. But I made it so that you could print it out and take notes. We have to take notes on these feast days, man. We have to keep the record. So this is just one more aspect of me keeping the record. That's why I made this little video. And I'll put it into the ley line. So if you want to know your feast days, again, I come from perhaps a Hebrew background, but I am a Christian convert. So I'm not just a Christian convert. I'm an Orthodox Christian convert. So, these days are important, just like Jesus. These days would have been days I celebrated because they would have been family celebrations. So I'm not opposed to any of this, but I also do heavily lean in towards the the Christian holidays too, and also the American holidays. So again, like I said many, many times, I celebrate all the holidays. Okay. I think every day is a gift. So I can celebrate every single day. That's how I treat this. So hopefully this makes sense to you all. And I don't know if I can answer questions because like I said, I just modified this. I haven't particularly observed it except for the Day of Atonement. Did I even say the Day of Atonement? Yeah, September the 29th to September the 30th. So it's a Monday and Tuesday. Anyway, peace and blessings. Shalom, and we'll see you in the next video.